What's going on, everybody? It's Sports Stories with another video today, and this one's going to be a little bit different from other ones I've posted in the past. Since I'm stuck in my house like the rest of you, I decided this is a good time to try something new for the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be telling a story involving Major League Baseball. It also makes sense to tell some stories related to the world of sports, since the name of this channel is Sports Stories and I don't have any videos like this. So please let me know in the comments if you like stuff like this, and I could possibly do more of it in the future. So I was looking around online for some topics that would be good for a potential video, and when I came across this MLB game, I knew this is what the video had to be on. It's without a doubt one of the craziest things to ever take place during a Major League Baseball game, and maybe in all of sports history. In order to set the stage for this game, we have to go back over 100 years, where the date is July 23rd, 1917, and the Boston Red Sox are getting ready to play the Washington Senators. The craziness in this game starts with the very first batter. Ray Morgan, who's the second baseman for the Senators, walked up to the plate and was walked by Babe Ruth on 4 pitches. Right off the bat, Babe Ruth felt that the umpire was missing calls in this game. He claimed that the umpire, Brick Owens, missed 2 strike calls during the previous at-bat. Just a quick side note, if you're wondering how the umpire got the nickname Brick Owens, it's because after making a questionable call in a 1903 game in Pittsburgh, fans got pissed off and decided to throw bricks at him from the seats, one of which hit him in the head and knocked him down. From this moment on, the nickname Brick stuck with him through his umpiring career. That whole situation could potentially be something I save for another video, but anyway, back to the Babe Ruth story. So Ruth began to argue with Owens over the strike zone and apparently said, quote, "Open your eyes and keep them open." And after Owens warned that he would eject Babe from the game, Ruth said, "You run me out and I will come in and bust you on the nose." Unsurprisingly, Owens ejected him from the game. And as it turns out, Babe Ruth is a man of his word, because he sprinted towards Owens with his catcher, Chester Thomas, trying to hold him back, and Ruth connected on one of the punches, hitting Owens in the side of the head. Babe had to be carried off the field by his manager and several police officers. Another thing I found funny is there was a lot of player managers back in the day, so the Red Sox manager in this game was actually Jack Barry, who was also playing second base. So he ran in from second base to home plate to carry Babe Ruth off of the field. You can imagine being a fan at this game and thinking, what the fuck just happened? Babe Ruth got ejected 4 pitches into the game, then proceeded to assault the umpire in front of the entire stadium. Now at this point, you might think the crazy part of the story is over and that's it, the game just went on and ended, but what happens next may be more incredible than anything I just told you. So now that Ruth is gone, the Red Sox have to bring in a pitcher to replace him, and the guy they brought in was a man named Ernie Shore. Shore was actually a very good pitcher. His ERA was 1.97 entering this game, which was actually better than Babe Ruth's. But you have to take in consideration that he wasn't expecting to play in this game, because he was also a starting pitcher and it was his day off. And although players during this time period were known for pitching the entire game, he also didn't have any time to warm up his arm, which is risking a major injury. So what happened? Well, Morgan, who in case you forgot, is on first base because he was walked by Babe Ruth, tried to steal second base and got thrown out. So finally, we have our first out of the ball game. Following this out, Ernie Shore did the unthinkable. He went on to retire the next 26 hitters in a row. This technically means that Ernie Shore just threw the 3rd perfect game in MLB history. Unfortunately for Ernie, this will go down as a combined no-hitter, because even though he was on the mound for all 27 outs, Babe Ruth walked the first batter, therefore making it ineligible for a perfect game. Basically, Babe Ruth pitched to one batter, got ejected, and then punched the umpire, and his name is going to go down in the history books with Ernie Shore as being part of a combined no-hitter. While Ernie can still brag that he was part of a combined no-hitter, it's not as cool to say as throwing a perfect game. Something very interesting that's also worth noting is the final batter of this game, Mike Minoski, tried bunting his way on for a base hit, and nowadays teams are ready to fight you if you bunt in the 5th inning of a no-hitter, and this guy tried to do it as the last batter of the game, but surprisingly during this time nobody seemed to care. Boston's player manager, Jack Barry, who broke up the fight in the 1st inning, fielded the bunt from Minoski and threw him out at first to end the ballgame. So to sum this all up, on July 23rd, 1917, fans witnessed one of the craziest sporting events ever. We saw one of the greatest baseball players of all time, Babe Ruth, punch the umpire, We saw a perfect game that technically doesn't count as a perfect game, and ultimately, we saw a 4-0 Red Sox win over Washington. So that pretty much wraps up the video. Let me know if you guys like stuff like this, and I will definitely do more of it in the future. There's plenty of stories, especially during this time period in baseball. There's a lot of weird shit that went on, but I could also do NFL and NBA stories, so let me know in the comments if you guys enjoyed this. Please like the video also, and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next video.